morning, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Waking Up with Soop and Sugah. You guys are tuning to episode 96, if my math does not deceive me. It's another beautiful Reset Tuesday. Today is May 15th. Fun fact, Sugah, who is not here today, has a birthday coming up tomorrow. Guys...
You know what's funny? Corey's is the day after.
Oh, so is my sister's. Ha!
Yep.
So guys, with me today, my usual co-hosts, Life on Saturn, the sexy, sexy hunter beast over there. And then, the man who can't manage to stay off his cell phone, DJJ Gao. He's like the millennials these days. And then I tell him not to, but he just can't resist sweeping the area. It's Chris. How you going, buddy?
I'm good, thank you.
So guys, Warmind happened last weekend. It's done. It's out. It's. Tell me, what do you guys think? So let's start with story. All right, what did you guys think of the story? Let's start from Chris.
Maybe this will tell you. Can you see me? Maybe this will help you describe how I feel about it. Little salty.
Oh, a little salty.
Ooh.
Really short story. Short.
I was not expecting that from you.
Short story.
Yeah, even if it's short, it's still, like, the graphics, the things that come out and scare you, just, oh my god, everything is so fun and intense, and I'm only halfway through.
Yeah, it's true. Saturn's done 2, maybe 3 missions out of the 4 that there are for the storyline. And, like, right away, at first mission, he was like, damn, I'm so fucking impressed. And I was, too. Like, already it was better than the Osiris DLC. Like... Oh,
yeah, for sure. I just wished it was longer.
Definitely.
It was just over. I mean, that was it. 4 missions. That was it.
Which is funny because, like, so Sugah and I were talking about this before it came out, and my exact statement was, I'm going to be really mad if they give us 3 missions because that is too short. And it's like Bungie heard it and they were like, 4. How do you feel now? Like,
yeah.
Well, like, I think you got to rope all the adventures into the story because the adventures really kind of, play into it also. I mean, they're a little bit of a continuance of it.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is true. Yeah. But then there's also so much that you get that isn't necessarily part of the campaign. Like, so we go through the campaign, and who's that new Hive wizard? Noxus? What's his name? Is that his name?
Obnoxious.
Obnoxious?
Yeah. I don't know how to say it either, but yeah.
Did you guys know that guy was Crota's brother?
No.
No, by the silence, no. So Crota, big raid boss, and now, Nokris, thank you, on comics. And Nokris comes out, he's Crota's brother, and that's like a big thing, right? We killed Crota, we killed Oryx, we killed his other 2 children. This is the last child of Oryx. And there's a huge story about how, Nokris had a falling out with Oryx, and that's why he came to follow the Worm God, and that's why he's there protecting the Worm God. Because, Oryx and his son Crota, they all follow this hive mentality, the way of the sword. And this is why when we go to, the Crota fight, and we're there, we have to pick up the sword and we have to hit Crota with the sword. Like, this is all part of a story that we're not necessarily seeing at all. Which is a little sad, because it's like, tell me this isn't interesting. The fact that Nokris was Crota's brother.
Yeah, and so don't you think that should have been a bigger fight then?
And that was the next thing that was going to come out of my mouth. Yeah, there should have been maybe like a mechanic to it, where you had to like step on a plate on a certain order or throw something at him to break down his shields and then do damage. It should have been a little bit of a bigger fight.
It should have been, yeah. If he was that kind of a main character.
So, I mean...
you did have to throw the ball at the stones and all that.
Yeah, but it was just too simple for being a son of Oryx. Like, even the wizards were a little more challenging, right? The sisters, when you go into that room right before you fight Oryx, you gotta fight Crota's sisters. So, like, that definitely was more challenging, having to go around all the plates, and then come and slam on the wizard in order to do damage. I understand it was a raid mechanic.
I think that he should have been like a main battle before the Worm God. Like, you got to get through him, and then you got to get to the Worm God.
And that's kind of the way it was set up, but it was just so underpowered that it didn't feel that way.
Yeah, but I gotta tell you, we ran that again on Heroic, and that was absolutely horrifying.
Oh yeah, and I bet that's where it is. Yeah, that's where it's at.
So you are able to replay those in a prestige setting, and I gotta tell you, they're no joke. I tried to run them by myself, and I ended up actually calling in Rudy came to help me in Destiny. I couldn't progress any further by myself. Where I did the whole story by myself, but when I went back, it was brutal. I mean, that was worse than any Nightfall I've ever done or anything. You know?
Definitely. Comics in the chat saying that should have been the raid lair. That's true. Like, we don't really know anything about the guy that is the boss of the raid lair. They should have done the Oryx thing where you think you kill Nokris, but he's not really dead, and he's the first boss, of the new raid lair, and then the last boss is the Worm God. Like, that would have been cool for like a 6-man team to have to take down a Worm God. Like, that makes it epic. And then the fact that you had to fight Crota's brother to get to that Worm God in the raid lair, that would have made it even more epic.
Exactly.
And right now the raid lair is like Cabal based, so they bring another Val from like Val's to Auric and all the other Vals, like just another big Cabal dude.
Valerie.
Yeah, another Valerie. So that was a little disappointing. Same thing. All this hidden context about the Stranger being Anna Bray's sister. You guys remember the Exo Stranger?
Yeah.
Yes.
No, wait a minute. How could that be Anna Bray's sister?
Well, coming through all the exotic sparrows, the ships, all this extra text from the guns. Also, I don't know if you guys... I know you guys have them. I don't know if you read them. But there's like these memory fragments in our inventory.
Yeah, I've been reading them all.
So
yeah, okay, I was going to ask you about that too. Like, how are those things supposed to work?
So right now, it's just text for you to read and take in. Whether it's going to be useful for later is yet to be seen, because there's that exotic rifle, correct? That Anna has, that we don't have yet, and we know is an exotic and is in the game. And then we also have that mission that we started and is in 5 pieces, but we haven't really finished. That at the end, it gives you an unsolved problem. So, it's one of those things where... do you guys remember when The Taken King came out? Like, 3 to 4 weeks after The Taken King came out, every week they had, like, this thing. It was like the war sats in the beginning, and that's how you got your slipper simulant originally.
Yeah.
Yeah, yep.
Now it's tied to a new mission. So I haven't finished it. I'm about, I don't know, maybe halfway through it. Any of you guys got your sleeper simulants?
I'm on the nodes now. I got 6 or 7 of them done. My problem I'm really running into is trying to get the protocol done.
Hi, Tess.
Getting enough people together to... supposedly you only have to get through the first round 3 different times, but...
Yeah.
I'm lucky enough to get a big group together to even...
Yeah, and I heard even doing that is quite the challenge, because you have to, so 3 people have to,
ridiculous.
go off, come down, right? And if they just end up being together and they match up, and then they bring, people join on them. That way you get 6 people.
The only way to get 9 people or 6 people is you have to go in with a group and then get a blueberry to invite somebody from your group, and then do it again.
So this is bringing me flashbacks from the Court of Oryx. You guys remember the Court of Oryx? We used to look for a blueberry out there and then invite him to the party. That's basically what this is.
Yep.
So yeah,
I think is a huge mistake. I mean, how hard would it be to put in an SOS flare or something, or a one-time invite, or
Right.
Something.
One event, invite or something.
You're making these events, and a lot of them you change the numbers for, right? Crucible 4 or 6, depending on what you're doing. Why can't that be so for public events too? Like, I understand you go down on Patrol Planet, you're only allowed 3 people. But you go down to Patrol Planet and then you start an escalation protocol, all of a sudden your fire team opens up, you can invite 3 more people, you can make a 6-man team.
Yeah, even if it was just for that limited time.
Right, just for the escalation protocol,
and then they get kicked back to wherever they were. But at least then it gives everyone an opportunity to participate together, because it's crazy. That is crazy hard. That's got to be the hardest thing.
It is, yeah, it is definitely insane. So the grind is real now, which is fun. I don't know about you guys. When Osiris came out, I did the story, I did the strikes, and then I wasn't too impressed, and I kind of left the rest of the stuff on the side. I didn't go out for the weapons. I didn't get my Sugah shell. I didn't do any of that stuff. Okay. So now that this new Warmind DLC came out, I've been going back to do that. And I find it a lot more rewarding because the fucking enemies are higher level. They're up there, and they're not. I'm not just running through these missions. On top of that, Osiris only gave us 3 missions, so you finish those 3 missions, and then you have to run them again, and then run them again on heroic, and then run them again. So it got annoying. So the fact that I was able to step away, come back, and now not only is my loot worth it, right? The engrams that I'm getting from Brother Vance are dropping at a light level that I'm like, okay, cool. I can infuse this into something and make something else. But the enemies are harder, and I'm having more fun. So,
I am having fun. That is true. They amped up those heroic strikes. Holy crap, those are tough now. I don't know if you've been on a heroic strike, but man,
they are absolutely ridiculous.
They add different modifiers to them, so not only do you have the 3 challenges that you have to complete during the heroic strike, but now there's 3 modifiers that you have to beat too.
The other day they had one of the modifiers was blackout, which basically if anything touches you, you're dead. I mean, anything.
Yeah, the melee, it's crazy.
Yeah, I mean,
it's still there. Well, it'll reset today, hopefully, but yeah, 1 hit, you're dead.
Yeah, it's insane. So, I mean, cool. They brought something. I think the biggest thing they did bring to the table was private matches and ranked Crucible PvP. That one is the biggest one for me. Right? Because before, people would be like, come on, let's go hop in some Crucible. I didn't necessarily want to do any Crucible. Just because, I'd get something that's dropped 5 light levels below. I didn't really need it. You go in the Crucible.
Now you have something that you have to achieve now.
Yes.
There's a goal.
Now there's a goal. There's something you're looking forward to. You feel the losses depending on what you're playing. If you're playing Glory, my God, are you going to feel the fucking losses? And people in general now in the quick playlist are trying. If you get teamed up with a Blueberry, that Blueberry is now trying with you to win. They're actually capping zones. They're actually picking up crests. It is a complete change of lifestyle in the Crucible now because everyone has an incentive.
Yep.
Complete.
I completely agree. But I find myself what I was afraid of. I haven't done competitive yet because I haven't established my team.
I haven't established that team yet.
So
I haven't done competitive either. I've just been doing quick play, but I still get slaughtered.
Yeah, I definitely want to. I don't know. Maybe I definitely want to get a little more comfortable in the quick play. Yeah. We were killing it this morning. Like there wasn't a match
we
where
we were having fun.
It was 25 kills, 28 kills, 30 kills. We got hate mail. We got reported.
I even got 20 kills. Oh yeah, I even got 20 kills. I wondered if that's what caused it because everybody probably knows that I'm not good, and then all of a sudden I did really good, and they're like, he's cheating.
Oh man! So it like the incentive is there, and it feels good.
We were just in quick play, and it got sweaty. I mean, that never used to happen.
Right, where you're there, you're like, don't die, pick up that crest. We're 2 ahead. it's good. It feels good. It feels real good, and that's what the Crucible is supposed to be. So I'm glad they brought that feeling back. Because before that, you only used to get that feeling in either Iron Banner or Trials. Like those were basically it, right? Yep. So because nobody likes stacking up medallions.
Well, and I think the competitive will start to breed more Trials teams. So I think you'll get a more array of, or a better selection of matchmaking, because
Definitely.
you're going to have teams that are going to combine to do competitive play. So when they start doing well, it's going to it's going to make them want to do Trials.
Yes, it's true.
Trials used to be the same teams over and over, and you get wiped out.
Yeah, and the other thing it's going to do is it's going to bring all those players that are borderline average. It's going to make them try harder, and then they're going to be that competitive person. I can't tell you how many people I play with that they're like, oh, I'm not very good, but once they get in the zone and they really start doing those call outs, like they're coming out 23, 26 kills every game.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Once everyone's like working towards it, I think that's what makes it awesome. And
that
the incentive
was gonna be one of my points. Yep. I think it will forge, people. Everybody plays better with certain people. I play better with certain people. It just, I guess maybe your play style kind of gels, and I think people will forge better friendships and better teams that way. Yeah,
no, definitely. I definitely agree with you. And those streaks, no one wants to lose those winning streaks. So, guys, so definitely, I mean, this was good. The Warmind DLC was good. Overall, out of 10, I'll give it an 8. I'll give it an 8 because I want to play. Because before the show, I was playing Crucible and I wanted to play Crucible and I was trying and I was doing good. Because I'm excited to raid after the show. Because I'm excited to play Destiny. There's other games that I want to play, but right now I want to play Destiny the most. So 8 out of 10 for me.
Yeah, I agree. I get a I'm probably closer to a 9.
Closer to a 9. Okay.
Yeah, because my only issue was the short story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what they've done with the light level has brought a lot of life back to the raids. Because,
yeah.
Light level. The only way you can get any type of light right now.
Right. It's either that or doing your milestones. And those are limited. You only get like 5 powerful engrams, and then that's it for the week.
Yeah, that's it.
I've been stuck at 348 because I just didn't have the time, or timing didn't work out, so I wasn't able to jump in with the people I normally raid with or anything, so I get stuck.
No, it happens. So, I mean, it feels good. It feels good to have stuff to do. Speaking of things to do, Fortnite is done with the Infinity Gauntlet. That
that was quick.
It was quick. It was like 2 weeks. It was fun though. Yeah, we were in there yesterday. We were in there yesterday. We did a little solo Infinity Gauntlet, and then we teamed up. We did some squad with some other people. Man, that Fortnite, that is one hell of a game, huh?
Yeah. I'm trying to tell you, it's addicting.
It is. Like, man,
it can ruin your life.
Must have been up last night till like 1 a.m. playing this Fortnite. I'm telling you, it was bad. It was real bad, but very entertaining, dude. It seems to.
I usually find myself dying quickly and then just watching how good everyone else is.
Oh, okay. See, first game I came in and then I was good for a while, and then I died. Boom, 44. Second game came in, tried a lot harder, 16. And then Sugah decides to outmatch me. First game she comes in 77. Second game she comes in 11. So after that we teamed up with some people, but yeah, and this is exactly what we were talking about a couple weeks ago. This is exactly why the wins are rewarding for that game, for Fortnite, because there's so many people on the map, and for you to be the last survivor, like that is some skills. It's not only skill on the side of being able to hide out and pick up gear and stuff, but you will eventually have to plan fights and also plan what routes you take. Sometimes
the world's greatest hide and go seek. That's for sure.
That's basically what it is.
I hide in bushes. I've only made it to like second place.
Yeah, that's still pretty fucking good.
And that was a lot of bush hiding.
A lot of bush hiding. So yeah, I like do this thing where I like stick to the indoors, because that bush hiding sometimes leads to getting sniped, because someone's hiding in a bush, you know, adjacent to you, and they see you.
So now, do they plan on doing stuff like this again? Yeah, I know they did Thanos, but now they're gonna do something else. Are they gonna?
I don't see why not. Like
Deadpool? That would be so cool.
That would be cool. Yeah, I don't know what kind of rights they're pulling or who they're paying or what's going on, but yeah, definitely. Hopefully, they can get more stuff like that. And I think the biggest reason would be because it's bringing in new people. Like, definitely, like I had the game downloaded on my system, and I was going to play it eventually, but the fact that Infinity Gauntlet play mode came in, and I got the opportunity to be Thanos and fucking wield the gauntlet, that made me come into the game a lot faster than I would have had that not been an event.
Now, is it still under some kind of a lawsuit or something, or did they get that all worked out?
I don't know. I don't know about that at all. If anything, I would assume they got it all worked out, because the lawsuit was kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah. So definitely, guys. I think what is going good for the game is these events, and it just people need to. I think Overwatch has been doing it. Fortnite's doing it. I think other people have to kind of pick up on this. Pick up on this trend that's going on right now.
Absolutely.
It's very true. It's very true. Yeah.
Like the constant updates that kicked me out of this game.
Yeah, it's true. But don't worry, you'll get back in. Just pull your update. So yeah, guys, definitely they'll do something about that. Let's move on to the last segment of the day here real quick. Saturn. What's our next segment?
Cinemadness.
So we definitely got more Deadpool trailers. There's one where he's apologizing to David Beckham, right? There's another one.
That one's awesome.
There's another one where he's like I guess he bought the Manchester soccer team, and he's like having them wear like Deadpool uniforms and stuff. It's very funny. So there's
another cancer one, right?
I haven't seen that one. Is there really?
I think so. It could be the same one. Never mind.
Okay. Yeah, so they're doing really good with the marketing for this movie. It comes out this weekend, right, Saturn? So it's
Friday.
Friday. Yeah, I'm hoping I can catch it this weekend. I'm busy, but I'm
excited because I love X-Force. I mean, this is not the same X-Force that I love from the '90s, but it's still X-Force.
It is, so yeah. Not only that, like they have some pretty good writers on this movie. So I think they'll find a fun way to balance out, because usually too many characters on that screen. Not a lot of people can write that. So right. I think this is going to be good. And then the cast
I
staff.
think my prediction is it's not even going to be a Deadpool movie. It's going to be an X-Force movie.
So my prediction is Deadpool movie for maybe like the first half, and then X-Force movie.
Yeah.
And then after this, I'm pretty sure they're ranked up for another X-Force movie. They're not planning Deadpool 3 exactly. They're doing an X-Force movie after this.
Yes.
So, you know what?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean that is exciting. Like it's like the one thing Fox has done right. It's the only in like so many. It's been so many years. It's been so many years.
I think it's because Ryan Reynolds had such a huge impact on the movie, like as far as like decision making and stuff.
There you go.
No,
Too.
he seems like he has a big hand in everything.
Definitely, and then not only has to do with that, it has to do with the whole chain reaction. Just like the fact that the footage got leaked, by the director, by the original director, just everything in general that led to, I guess, the movie studio realizing that this would be the best thing. And it's a good thing. The only thing is it takes forever. The way it took Sony forever to be able to share Spider-Man in order for Spider-Man to be good again. That's exactly what they're coming to. The Fox buyout is in question right now. Comics is bringing it up here. I know, yeah, Comcast. I read somewhere that they're going to a bank for a loan, so they can have cash because they're going to try to make a cash offer for Fox as opposed to Disney's offer, which I guess isn't cash. But I'm like, but in the end of the day, Fox has been rumored to say, you know what, we prefer to go with Disney anyway. So I don't think that's going to change. I think right now things are in terms of being finalized. There's tons of paperwork that goes in hand with millions of dollars and big companies and equity like this. But I have no doubt, come summer, next year we're gonna have some hot stuff.
Does anyone find it a little concerning about how much Disney's got their fingers into right now? I mean, as far as
no,
TV,
I would be concerned if they sucked, but they're doing a great job.
I would be
I don't
concerned
agree, but
if they didn't have. They have such a good eye for talent, whether it's writers, directors, actors, you name it. Like, and they have such a diverse pool to pick from. Just look at how many of the Walking Dead actors have come onto work for Disney. So I think as long as they keep pulling good talent and doing a good job at it, I don't think there's a problem with it at all, honestly.
Yeah, they are kind of monopolizing entertainment. I think I'll start worrying when they buy McDonald's, and stuff like that.
well,
That's my prediction.
I'm not a fan of any big company that can influence or create the algorithm, I guess you could say, for what you view or how you view it or what your options are.
Understandable.
To have too much control is crazy.
That's true, but I mean, in this aspect, like, I don't see any harm from it. That's the first one.
Yes.
And then B, it's like I'm of pretty sound mind. If at some point Disney makes something that I don't like, I'm not gonna like it. The minute they make a bad Avengers movie, that's the day I'll question buying tickets for that movie. It's not all things, it's like, and people didn't realize the hand that Disney has, and they own things like Buena Vista, ABC, to think that Disney's behind things like Grey's Anatomy and shit like that. It's variety. It's someone seeing what people want, and they're taking advantage of it, man. The same way video game companies, the same way Microsoft bought Bungie, or they bought the Halo series, but they couldn't get Bungie, and they couldn't keep that as a valued series. Now you have 343 in there, and people weren't too happy about the last Halo. Halos after that have been questionable and haven't sold as good. So it's I think the minute Disney craps the bed with something, that's the minute people will drop off.
And I think the best thing about it is, like, in today's era, like, if you are sick of Disney, there are so many platforms to watch shit on. I mean,
it's true. Netflix
YouTube,
has so much original stuff.
Netflix,
Oh, yeah.
all of them.
Which I can't wait till
Amazon, cable itself, everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you're definitely correct, but I mean, if it gets to that point where they buy so much, or they control the influence to the point, whether you buy the ticket or participate, the battle's already over. You've already lost. You're stuck with it.
Yeah, it's de-inspiring.
You're gonna put yourself to the point where you're not gonna have an option.
Yeah.
Nor do, I mean, it's all hypothetical, because yes, they're doing a great job, but what if they decide the next Deadpool can't be rated R? That would decimate that series.
It would, and then I think that's when they start seeing, not only sales drop as far as like tickets, and the movie sales, but also in terms of merchandise. So I know the comics will feel a hit. I know comics are feeling a hit at this moment. So
I think when the time comes, Disney will go rated R. I mean, if you think about how far they've come already, I mean, I started noticing them getting darker when Pirates of the Caribbean 2 came out. You know what I mean? There was some dark shit, and then they've slowly been getting darker and a little more adult oriented. I mean, they did buy Marvel, so they do kind of have to step their game up and stuff like that. I think eventually they're going to get to rated R. They're just
and I think the way they're going to do it,
started out for kids, but
I think the way they're going to do it too is Disney isn't going to be the one that makes the R-rated Deadpool movie, right? Disney's going to say, this is the person that's going to make the R-rated Deadpool movie. Yeah. We just own this person. So
a whole new company, Disney at night.
Disney at night, yeah. So
Disney after dark.
Disney after dark. So yeah, I you know what? I'm very hopeful, just because, as long as they have studio heads like Kevin Feige, that care, that put in the work, that put in the research, that put in the time, why not? And if it's making them money, I don't see them opposing it. Why put down a good horse? You're gonna race it until it doesn't race anymore. So that's the way I see
totally
it when it comes
agree.
to Disney.
It's just as a family, that's why we don't buy into Apple. You know what I mean? Because they monopolize how you communicate and all that sort of thing.
And Disney, I mean, Disney's done dark in a really good way. Comics brings up a good point. Some of those kids movies, like fuck you. The first 30 minutes of Up was fucking heart wrenching. But yeah,
that movie was that was too real. Holy shit.
So they have a good way of approaching it. Almost, I think Infinity War is a really good example, because even though it wasn't rated R, damn, there was torture. There was a father that killed his daughter. Spoiler alert.
There were scenes that weren't allowed across seas because they were too dark.
Were censored because they were too violent.
What movie was this?
Infinity War.
Infinity War.
Oh, okay.
We told you to see it. It's fucking good.
Or something.
It might have been a total of 7-8 minutes. Yeah, that got cut out.
Yeah, I think we made a joke about this, that someday, over across seas, they're gonna have the American copy of Infinity War. Dude, this shit is loaded.
Oh, it's bootlegs.
The bootleg. The American versions will become the bootlegs in China.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's gonna be so funny.
So yeah, definitely. So we're talking about it. We're talking about Fox. We're talking about the buyout. So let's talk about this new Predator, because we got a trailer for the new Predator movie, and I want to hear these opinions. And I'm gonna start with Saturn. Okay, let me know, let me know.
I was a little hyped. I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was a good. I mean, it started out interesting. Like, I was like, oh my god, what, Predator is a fucking family movie now? Because you got a kid and he's playing with a remote that's like controlling the ship or something, you know? And I was like, what? But then just the graphics, the action. I mean, I don't know. I like it. I think it looks cool.
I do too.
I haven't seen enough to like determine. I haven't seen enough to determine if it's gonna be like. I don't know really what to expect anymore with Predator and Aliens. I've read so many of the comic books, and the movies. It's a very oversaturated market, so I think like anything new would be cool, and
Yeah, no, definitely. As long as it's done well, which so far this one, I looks like it could be. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it looks like this could be a solid movie. It's
right.
hard
It looks more like a high budget film than that new Aliens movie. It definitely looks like they stepped it up to look more like the style of these superhero movies coming out.
Yeah, definitely. And Shane Black, right, director of Iron Man 3 and what was it, The Nice Guys? The Nice Guys was pretty good. Russell Crowe, Ryan Gosling. So this one, this guy, I remember him from Narcos. This was the guy who played the lead cop there on the Narcos series, the Netflix series. So it's an actor that went from, I guess, small screen to big screen, and now he's fighting the fucking Predator. I'm assuming that the kid is his kid and that he just shipped this shit over when he saw it home.
I think I also saw Thomas Jane in the trailer. I'm a big fan of him.
Oh,
is he the one that played in The Mist?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the original Punisher.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, did it look like? Okay, did I see that right? The little kid found something and was playing with it and triggered it, and that's what signaled the Predator to come back.
Yeah, I think it's a remote to the ship, because it seems like that's what they were like kind of alluring to.
Yeah, so he might have activated this ship and it's come down and it's crashed, and maybe it's sent a beacon because it crashed, and that's what got the other Predator to come down. I don't know. It's definitely going to be interesting. I want to know where this is placed in the timeline, in the Predator timeline. Is this after, before the jungle? Because we got the government. The government's like interested in what this. It
would have to be after, because there's parts. It would have to be after, like maybe it was because of what happened in the jungle that he found evidence of the Predator and he was hanging on to it, and then his kid found it.
Do we know that this is connected? Is this a sequel or is this a remake?
Well, it's called The Predator. I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
The Predator as opposed to Predator.
Well, I mean, the first one was Predator, and then Predator 2, and then Predator versus Alien, and then another Predator.
There was Predators, plural.
And then
Yeah,
Predators.
plural. Yeah, that was the last one.
Yeah, so I don't know. But it looked pretty good.
Yeah, it looks solid. My only thing is, I don't know. They were talking about, so in the trailer they talk about how the Predator is now like trying to like make himself a hybrid. Like, I hope they don't like do like a Jurassic Park thing where now there's like a hybrid,
Well, they've
Predator.
already done it with AVP too.
But yeah, that's true. But
mix.
that works better than just like the Predator coming down Earth to like make himself half human. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So I guess that's the only thing I don't want. Like, yeah, if he's gonna like,
Well, he heard Trump talking about this master race, and he's like,
oh
"Whoa."
my god, get the fuck out of here. He was like, let's see what that's about.
Let's make the galaxy great again.
Oh my god.
Oh, snap.
I'm just saying. Sorry.
Oh, but really, that's
You
a nightmare.
had to do it, didn't you? You had to
The
go
opportunity
there.
was there. You know, I'll do a bad one whenever I can.
Oh, babe.
So
We were talking about villains.
Yeah.
we were talking about Predators. So
Oh, that's a good one. Shit.
Spot on.
So yeah, the trailer ends and it says coming soon. So we don't have a date for it quite yet. What are you guys thinking? October, is this going to be one of those Halloween movies,
Yeah, that'd be
or are we
great
going to get
time
it during
for
the summer? Is it going to be a summer hit?
That would be cool, actually.
Because
I have
we're
no
also
idea.
getting that Halloween movie on Halloween.
Well,
Oh,
true.
yeah.
So
And man, I wish I could remember that other trailer that I saw. Man, I gotta look it up because there was something else coming that I thought was pretty interesting.
I'll tell you what, if I were Predator,
I mean, not as
I
good as
would-
Atomic Blonde,
I would
but
not.
I mean,
I wouldn't open my movie anywhere near these Marvel movies. So
oh yeah, that's true. I don't think.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
I'd
But
rather
they got
face
time.
Halloween. Halloween is another oversaturated movie. It's been redone a million times, so I'd rather open near that one.
Right, then open something on summer. Have to fucking.
Although I did like Rob Zombies.
Yeah, the first one was really good, where you went into his mind and learned how he became it. The second one was just like all stab and no plot, and I was like, what?
all stab, no plot.
Yeah. Like, why is he
stab,
going
no
around stabbing
grab.
all these people? I don't get it.
All stab, no grab.
All stab, no grab. So yeah, guys.
I'm not touching that one.
Yeah. Oh, I did set myself up for that one, didn't I? Oopsie daisy.
So yeah, so this Predator definitely. I think I'll be there. I don't think it's anything I'm gonna watch in IMAX or 3D. I don't think I'm spending
Why
more.
not? Why not?
Why not? Because
Why not? Why? I mean, if you're just getting it, then you might as well just get it on DVD and watch it at home. I mean,
So-
that's the whole experience. Go see it in 3D. That's what
no,
makes the movie.
I'm not.
going
No,
to
I'm
the
not
movies
paying
fun.
$8 to go see
Oh
this
my God!
average
I will
movie in
send you popcorn
3D.
money. Fucking A. Just go see it.
$8. I need to move over there.
Yeah, that's the
For us to see
3D
3D,
matinee.
It's like
Ours is
No,
like
No,
$15
that is
$15.
true, dude. You have the cheapest 3D I've ever fucking heard of, dude. It's
Ours
like
is,
20
what's
up here.
ours here? Is
Yeah.
it 20 now?
I don't know. The
Yeah,
Cumberland's
it's-
super expensive. I paid for
15.
Lid and I to
Well,
see.
the Cumberland Head, you can
Infinity
guess
War.
why.
The Cumberland
Yeah.
Head,
And then
right next to the
Regal,
Cumberland
it's like
brothel.
Regal. It's like definitely extra. It's like around the $20 mark too.
So Regal
but
is
I
the
won't
one
go
that's
to
by my
Regal.
job, and that's the one I go to when I'm out by work, and that's the one that,
Yeah,
that
I
is
won't go to a
pricey.
Regal, no way.
Oh, I'll go. The seats are comfortable. I get to pick my seat, so there's no way I get a bad seat.
Well, same here.
I'll fucking drop but the movie has to be worth it, okay? I need to be hanging off the edge of that fucking seat that I paid $13 for when I go see this movie. And I don't think
that's what I'm
Predator's going to do
saying.
that
I
for
mean,
me.
That's the only thing. That's the only way I would go to the movies if I go see it in 3D. Because what's the point in watching it regular? You might as well wait for DVD.
Well, the
There-
big
you know,
screen
right.
has a huge
Experience.
effect, and then
Well,
that
it's
surround
still,
sound.
go
I
for
don't
the
have that surround
experience.
sound at home.
now I know what I'm sending you for Christmas. I'm just gonna send you some movie.
Yeah,
tickets.
my first 3D experience outside of those dumb red and blue glasses was Avengers 1, and after that I was like, every movie I see has to be in 3D now.
Oh,
Same here.
I don't know
Same
about
every
every.
movie.
See, I was like that up until a certain point, and then I started seeing bad movies in 3D where there was maybe 1 or 2 3D effects because the director wasn't filming for the 3D effect; they were just filming a movie. And then I'm like, what am I doing here? Paying fucking extra between $3 and fucking $8 to see a 3D movie when I could just be fine and watch it regular.
I mean, we saw
So
Jurassic World. We saw that
And those are good.
Jim Carrey cartoon Christmas Carol. Which that in 3D, that was really good. And, you know,
Again,
just-
and those are
we
movies
just
that were
gotta
made for
figure-
3D. When a dinosaur is coming at you, like the director took that in mind. We're going to
Star
shoot
Wars.
this, or Star Wars, and those are the ones that I've seen in 3D that I've paid for IMAX 3D.
Well, how do you know that the Predator's not going to throw some spear like right at you and you're going to flip right out? I mean, you don't know.
I would love that. I would love that. That would be cool.
Am I the only one with a 3D TV?
Yes,
Yes,
you are.
I have a
was just
3D
on the phone
TV. We just
talking
lost the
to Anna.
remote.
I have a 3D TV,
we
but
got
lost the remote.
Samsung glasses. They're like Oakley's, man, and you put a little watch battery in them. Things are mint.
There you go.
Yeah.
I got my own 60-inch 3D TV.
Well, there you go. See?
I just got a message to go talk to Anna Bray ASAP.
Oh my God, yeah, or else your game is gonna explode.
And you're taking me with you.
So yeah, guys. So definitely, I mean, if I see a better trailer that gets me more excited and more pumped for this Predator movie, I'll spend the extra $3 to go fucking see it in 3D. But as of right now, it's a $5 matinee for me. And the reason
man, as soon as I saw this Predator trailer, like the teaser, all I saw was the teaser, and already with that, my first response was take no
3D.
Venom teaser. You know.
Yep.
you're lucky you're not a chick. Otherwise.
Now the Venom movie, I might see a $5 matinee on. I don't know. But
Yeah, that one
Predator
also.
Oh,
yeah.
the way that costume looked, I was like, is this a joke? At first, I'm like, is it a joke?
Right, like the only thing we liked about the trailer was when Venom showed up, but then like not even 2 days later, I saw people photoshopping
And
way
doing a
cooler
better job,
versions.
yes. So
Right. Oh, the comics and chat make that character look like unbelievable. You know?
So
That was I saw it. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. Like, I hope they do better justice
when it actually comes out once post, hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
That's why I'm just protesting the X-Men movies, all that shit. I'm not gonna go see it. I'm sick of. I want Marvel to have their fucking property back. This is ridiculous.
I will not, shall not. I won't watch it in a tree.
Right now. Won't watch it in a box. I won't watch it with a fox. Won't watch it for $5. So
I won't watch anything on Fox.
I will pay, not even in the matinee.
Oh boy, what I start.
there we go. So guys, that'll do it for video game news. We're gonna close out this show today talking about the reason our buddy Chris is here today. Our buddy Chris is here today to tell you about the Same 14 and Stack Up charity stream that's going on, right? The 19th?
Correct. Yep. This Saturday, it will start at 11:45 a.m. I think the last block is 9, so it'll probably end around 10.
There you go.
So, yeah, all the money is for stackedup.org, who does mental awareness, suicide prevention for veterans.
Yep.
Great organization. I mean, these guys,
Yeah.
can't say enough good things about them. And if you have Discord, their Discord's open to everyone and very welcoming. As far as the stream, it's going to be really good. There's authors, artists, podcasts, streamers, a lot of great names. There'll be some raffles. Be giving away probably some shirts.
Oh, sweet. Yeah.
Someone's giving away emotes. One of the artists is going to do some emotes.
There you go.
Some prints. A bunch of different stuff.
Awesome.
And all that's free. You don't have to donate. Just showing up and participating is more than enough. So, you know, the idea is you tell one person, they tell another, and, you know,
Yeah.
lead to someone getting the help they need or whatever. I mean, just spreading the word. And, you know, if we can raise money at the same time, that's great.
There you go. Yeah, guys, so that'll be, again, May 19th, which is this Saturday. And you guys can go ahead and get all the news updates at Same14 Project on Twitter. Also, go ahead and follow them on Twitch, Saint14 Project. So you go ahead and get that notification the minute they go live at 11:45. Looks like we're gonna have a couple. We're gonna have an intro. Then we're gonna have a couple of streamers, and it's gonna be all day. Like my buddy Chris said, raffles. Let's get that mental health awareness out because you're not alone. Don't be stubborn. I know it happens, and It happens a lot to men, so let's not be stubborn because you know what?
Absolutely.
You know, Chris has been through this. He lives through it. I go through it. I live with it. You know, I've been on mental health awareness streams before with other people. I've talked about my issues. I've been panic attack free now for 3 years. So just Saturn's another buddy of mine that's got similar things going on, and he's someone that I can talk to, and we chat, and that's what you need. You just need to realize that you're not the only person, and you feel a lot better once you talk to someone. And sometimes you need advice because we don't always see things from the same perspective. So a different perspective is going to help you out.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Sometimes the difference between getting through a bad day is just reaching out and talking to someone that is in your community. You share the same interests. You could relate.
Yep, the right person says the right thing can change your whole day.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and Discord too. I mean, it's sometimes people find it easier to open up, and you can be a little bit more honest. You can be a little bit more forthcoming because it's not directly in your face. You're in your own environment, talking about what's going on with you. You're not necessarily in an uncomfortable situation. So people find that very helpful.
Yeah.
And I cannot say enough good things about our Discord community. It is unbelievable. The people you come in contact with, some of the best people on the planet, and it's changed my life.
There you go.
So,
Good.
Yeah, no.
That's cool.
So guys, one more time, this Saturday, May 19th, here on Twitch, Same 14 Project. Go ahead, tune in. You don't have to donate, but if you find it in your heart to do so, fantastic. You don't have to talk about what's bothering you or what does bother you, but if you find that you want to express yourself, you have not only a chat room full of people, but also the streamers who will want to talk with you and give you their perspective and their experiences. And so that's all life is. It's a whole bunch of experiences, and someone's either done it before and then they know how to get through it, and that's the person that you need, or someone needs to get through something and you've been through it and they need you. So guys,
and this one's special too because who we're teamed up with, Stacked Up, they're all about their veterans and stuff. So
yeah, and those, I mean, yeah, those guys,
just veterans in general, they sacrificed a lot for us. So
definitely. So yeah, guys, go ahead, check that out. I'll definitely be tuning in and out. So, like they said, they got they not only have help and support, but they also have raffle prizes, and those T-shirts are pretty sweet. Drawn up by Cobb One, which fantastic artist. So, guys, I think that'll do it. That'll do it for this week's episode. Let's plug it up before we get out of here. Saturn, where can people find you? Because actually, you did this. Was it How You Living with your boy Cam? That shit was funny.
Yeah, that was great. That was great. That was
so you can find our new show, How You Livin', on YouTube, or we update our Facebook at Life on Saturn, all other social media, including YouTube, Instagram, Life on Saturn space LOS.
There you go, guys. Gazi, where can people find you?
You can find me on Facebook, Dave Jersey, Plattsburgh, New York, and you can find me on Twitter at DJJGal.
There you go. Chris, buddy, where can people find you?
YouTube, Twitter, it's all just Chris3711. So Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Discord. It's all under the same name, and that's about it. And also, can always be reached also through at Saint 14 Project, which is on Twitter, Instagram. Also the podcast too. The co-founders do a podcast called the Saint 14 Project Podcast. It's on Podbean, I think iTunes now, which is really cool because they take some characters from the games you play every day or in the past, and they analyze them, and in between all that, they have a really good time and talk about just daily issues. So it's great.
There you go, guys. Check that out.
Awesome.
Guys, I'm Soopkichen. That's Soopkichen. You guys can catch me here Tuesday mornings on Twitch. If you guys have missed any of previous episodes of Waking Up with Soop and Sugah, you guys can catch those on YouTube, and then you guys can follow me on Twitter and Instagram. I'll definitely be posting a lot of pictures on Instagram this weekend. Hopefully I'll be seeing tons of cool cosplay and getting stuff done. Guys, thank you very much for tuning in, however it is that you tune in, whether it's live here on Twitch or later on YouTube. We appreciate the support. Guys, have a beautiful Reset Tuesday, and enjoy your new Destiny content. I'm sure there's got to be more secret stuff coming out now that there's a new week. Bye, guys!
Bye.
Peace.
Thank you.